Welcome to News, Views, and What We Choose with Danielle and Dami.
Grab a drink, get the news, and come hang with us. Or chill.
Or just, sit back, relax, and relax and all cool and shoot some b-ball outside the school. Here you go. Where'd that come from? I don't know. What are you drinking, Big Lebowski?
I'm drinking a white Russian. I kind of messed up on this drink. Which is really sad. I've been craving a white Russian for like several months, so much so that I put it on my Costco list and waited for like weeks. And like you go to Costco and you're like, I don't have time to go down that aisle with my children who are throwing a fit just to get Kahlua. It's not happening. So I
So
waited a
that's
long
what's in
time.
it.
Kahlua, vodka, and cream.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So it's kind of like a
Uh,
it's kind of like a non-caffeinated espresso martini in a way because like espresso martini will have like espresso and
caffeinated.
cream and stuff like that, but then yours is like the died down version. A little
Y-
bit.
Well, Kahlua does have coffee in it.
Does it?
Yep, it's caffeinated. Yeah,
No, I can't have it because it's not vegan.
I know. But you could get like coconut milk, maybe.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about. You'd have
I
to double check.
really never had a craving for vodka and coconut milk, so
I don't
I
know
don't.
why I wanted this, and then I messed it up because I was like, well, maybe I'll add my coffee creamer instead of regular cream because it's a little bit sweeter, but I completely blanked that Kahlua is sweet, so it's double sweet, and I am like,
Can you put ice cubes in it?
there are already ice cubes. You have to put ice cubes
Well,
in
I
it.
bet like halfway through this episode, you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's not that bad" because it's like watered down.
I filled this with milk, and I was like,
That looks like a little cat dish. Like, here's your cat food.
these are small cups, okay?
Cat dish.
What are yours?
Um,
What are
well,
you, what wine are you drinking?
duh. So I'm having a Line 39, which is a vegan friendly wine, but Line 39, their whites and their reds are really delicious. I'm having a Pinot Noir this time, which is actually weird because usually I have Cabernet, so I'm enjoying it though. It's pretty tasty. I also have a question because in a few episodes back, we were discussing when I was at your house and there was the vinegar wine bottle of 2025.
Mhm.
Um, how long until it turns vinegary? Because there's a little bit left from our last episode last week that I have never finished from the red that I had last week.
I'm sure it's fine. I don't, it's
Okay.
probably doesn't taste like amazing, but I definitely won't like, I don't think it's gonna be like vinegar, you
Well,
know?
because I have it to the left of me because I was like, okay, so I poured this glass, but I need to finish this one before it goes really bad. Um, but then I was like, wait, is it a 5 day rule or is it a 7 day rule? Because I don't want to crack it open all of a sudden. I'm like, whoo, dressing.
I feel like, I feel like it's like good. If it's a really great bottle, it's totally fine for like 2 or 3 days. I think,
Well, it's been
I
7.
think like, yeah, it's not gonna taste amazing anymore, but it's not gonna taste like vinegar.
Like maybe after I have this glass, then it'll taste good if I need
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Take a sip and see if it's acceptable.
I will do that because yeah, I was like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have opened this if I didn't finish that one first. Because I don't drink during the week.
Mhm.
So I only drink usually on this and then if I have a special occasion on a Saturday or Sunday or something. But yeah, so I was like, shoot, don't want that to go to waste. But anywho, so since we last cheers, aside from my potentially vinegary leftover, what have you been up to? What's been going on? What's the haps?
Oh, the haps, the haps. Lots of Halloween decorations are up on the outside. Super cute. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but we went to a pumpkin patch last week and we were gonna go to Half Moon Bay, ended up going somewhere closer in Alameda.
Side note, Half Moon Bay has an amazing pumpkin patch right on the beach, and it's kind of cool because you see cows, beach, ocean, pumpkins.
Everyone goes. to Half Moon Bay to do this, and I've always wanted to go, and it's like only an hour, but by the time we were gonna like leave and
And
like
there
finally,
is usually a festival, a fall festival.
yeah, it was already like an hour and a half just one way, and I was like, I am not prepared to do that right now. So we went to Alameda. It was actually really cute. And it was down the street from the Almanac Brewery that we went to, the bigger one, Sandbox. Big
The
Sandbox.
first one.
Sure. Yes, I
The
think it was.
first one with like the people were ready to go to the game kind of thing.
No, the second one.
The second
They,
one was the food trucks.
yeah, with the food trucks.
Oh, okay.
Um, sorry, I'm like drawing a blank.
It's okay.
Anyways, there's some like other distilleries around there, other breweries and stuff, and then like right on the bay, it has such a beautiful view. It's just like all flatland, like a big um I think his it used to be military, part like a parking lot, but massive. And you can see the water and Salesforce Tower and the bridge. It's really pretty. But they had all kinds of like the big bounce houses and pumpkins and
Fun.
we got there at 12, which is when they opened, so no one was there for a full like 20 minutes. It was just like my family. So that was really fun. And you pay
Awesome.
like a flat rate and then they go crazy, but we only got like little tiny pumpkins. So anyway, it was a lot of that, a lot of festivities, and then this week just kind of like flew by. I don't even know. And this weekend, I know, like it's gone.
Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Make my heart go boom, boom. My supernova girl.
Oh my God. Oh, this week was just like so crazy fast with just like work and home life and stuff. But I think maybe we'll have like an easier weekend. We'll see. Like easier as in we're not going to go to a million places. So we'll see.
Well, the end of this month is going to be jam-packed because there's going to obviously be Halloween and my birthday and all that fun stuff. So you're going to have a jam-packle. So hopefully you get a kind of chill, relaxing weekend this weekend. Maybe why don't you paint your pumpkins this weekend?
I'm not paying those pumpkins.
Oh,
No.
you carve? You're a carver. Well, the thing is, if you paint them now, then they won't go bad, and then you carve them in 2 weeks, and then they'll be fine.
I don't know how to paint them, and I'm
Oh,
no. I don't
never
want to
mind.
know. Like, I really want to get the easel and the paint for them, but then I'm like, they're so.
An easel for a pumpkin? No, no, no,
No,
honey.
no,
You
no,
put,
no. I just meant in general.
yeah.
Like, but like if there's something that I left out this week, it's that I am in like the thick of just like the terrible twos or the whatever threes. And it's been like so hard, like really genuinely like hard to deal with like the amount of crying and tantrums and like fights and then like just like them being violent. Like I know I've talked about this when you first started.
But there are two, right?
They're 3 months from being three.
Oh, so they're like pre-three-nagers.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So, yeah, they're just like there was like when we first started the podcast, I feel like they were a little wild and maybe I talked about it. And then I felt like maybe we got used to it or like they mellowed out a little tiny bit with like obvious moments of toddlerhood in there. But I think this past month has been like, wow, the the emotions and like I got socked in the face, just for example, like a full like fist back socked in my face. Yeah.
Which one? The biter?
Yes.
The biter is the aggressive one. The other one I feel
They
like is
both
more
are. No, this morning I missed it by like a second. The other one bit the biter in the hands for no reason, and he like drew blood. It's just
bro. I'm just saying, I've witnessed the biting that your kids do to each other, and I'm like, the other one needs to bite back at that point. I'm like, you've been bitten enough. You've been bitten enough.
it is really challenging. And then you see all kinds of like gentle parenting, stuff, and you're like, yeah, okay.
No, okay.
Talk to
So
me when you have twins.
I was gonna say, so there is a difference between you having the same age. Like
Yeah.
I have a 3 and a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old's a very much more chill, understanding, rule following, knows where yes or no, or you're going to get in trouble if you do XYZ will fall. The 3-year-old is the tester. But imagine having two of the 3-year-olds where they don't have the 5-year-old mentality. That's where you fall in that realm because it's like you have the little guys that are like not at that level where they understand you're in trouble. This is right. This is wrong. This is not okay. You cannot do this to other people. Like you're in that realm, but you have two of them.
They feed off of each other. They're like maniacally
Literally.
running around, like grabbing anything, and they're like the what is that little tornado? Um,
Tasmanian devil.
yes, they're like two Tasmanian devils, and they'll stop and they'll look, and then if they hurt you or they hurt someone else, they'll laugh like right in your face, and you're like, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Okay, so there is a fine line between gentle parenting and survival with twins that
Oh,
I
we're
think
in
that
survival, yeah.
I think you can get a pass because of the fact that you have two of the same. You have two pre-three-nagers. And
I
I very much was very much like, oh, two's not bad at all. No, three is when you get the three-nager, and I'm not joking. It's literally like a precursor of what teenage years will be because it is the same thing. So you have two of the same.
hmm
You get grace, you get forgiveness. If you need to raise your voice, if you need to get upset, if you need to stomp away and throw your head up in the air and just not make a sound and just walk away and be like, I need to leave this moment before I say something horrible, then you do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Survival. Survival.
I always like I've always been such a like a pretty even keeled person.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get me pissed and riled up, but like these kids, I'm like
I knew your ex-boyfriend, so I know you put up with a lot and you were very, very
you know like
excusing of it.
like they say, like you have to um manage your emotions to show them how to manage their emotions. That weighs so heavy on me because I'm like, this isn't fair. Like I really am a very like I can handle my emotions, but it's something different that and then the mom guilt comes in when I've like really, really had it. And like I had to like I like screamed like at bath time because they were just nutso, dude. Like absolutely nutso. Oh, what you reminded me of this was a painting. So I literally lost my shit, even though like in the grand scheme of things, you're like, who cares? Um, one, they're both going nuts inside of the bathroom, trying to get them in the bathtub, brushing their teeth. I should have just brushed their teeth in the bathtub. And I finally get one in to the bathtub and I turn around and the other one has like blue toothpaste on his like toothbrush and he's painting the wall. And I'm just like,
And I was like, maybe I was like, should I be brushing their teeth in the bathtub? And I was like, nope, that's why.
anyways, how are you? What's been going on?
I mean, truth be told, work week, living, loving, like what else? Like my life is surrounded by my children and work and all that fun stuff, but it's been another art-filled week. So when I can, I get them like the differences. And I'm surprised actually, because your mom teaches painting classes. So you think that you would have an easel and paint stuff. But my kids, no, they were very much like lessons, school, all the things, me, work, all the things, blah, 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 blah. And I know I'm gonna forget that I did like something fun and amazing, but I probably did not. But upcoming, I'm very excited about the fact that this upcoming, I have a 3-day weekend because Monday, my kid has a field trip. So we're gonna go to Apple Hill, which is amazing if you've never been. But it's up here in the Grass Valley area, Placerville County. And if you go to Apple Hill, there's just like it's like the West Coast version of what you see in Vermont and New Hampshire, beautiful. Like, the apple orchards and the different colored trees and the beautifulness of the fall. Like, this is what you'll see. Granted, our weather is a little temperamental, so we may or may not actually have rain this Monday, so we'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't get canceled because my kids can get wet. They have raincoats. I don't care. but we're gonna go and it's supposed to be like a field trip to Apple Hills. So we're gonna go to like an orchard, caramel apples, um, getting like apple cider, seeing
Donuts.
how the apple cider is made, all that fun stuff.
I hear they do really good apple cider donuts too.
Oh well, yeah, I can't have them, but I'll get them for my kids.
Yeah.
And then the one that they're really known for is like apple cider fritters.
Ooh.
Can't have them myself, but I will get one for my children to enjoy. But also we're gonna get some pumpkins. So then I think that's when we're gonna probably come back and we'll paint the pumpkins. And then what I do is like I wait then the 2 weeks and wait until the week before Halloween to then carve the pumpkins because the pumpkins get gnarly and like fucking so gross and moldy and disgusting and like they start shrinking down. So
Yeah.
I never want to carve them until the week before because otherwise it's just a wash. Then you're gonna have to get new pumpkins.
Yeah. I carved them like 2 days before.
Exactly. And it's weird because have you ever seen Halloween, the original from 1979, 1978?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is bad because I that's like one of my favorite movies. Halloween 1978. I knew it. Okay. Not too far off. But there is actually a scene where they're carving pumpkins on Halloween night, like after the Halloween trick-or-treaters are done. I'm like, well, no, you carve the pumpkins before the trick-or-treaters.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because according to Trick or Treat, the movie, you have to then put the candle in and you can't blow it out until the trick-or-treaters are done. And you can't blow it out until it's gone out by itself. Otherwise, it's bad luck. And you will get murdered. So I'm just saying, there are things. Traditions, man.
Yeah. We gotta stick to them.
You will get murdered for Halloween. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, that's about it. And then just officially established my Halloween plans, which I will not divulge on here for safety reasons. But yeah, I'm really excited. I finally, since I have plans now, official plans for me and my children, I'm very excited for Halloween weekend.
Love it. Cute.
Very excited. But anyway, from Halloween
Mhm.
to what the fuck Trump news, let's kick it off with the potential peace in the Middle East. I say potential because there was an agreement made. There was a 20-point proposal
Mhm.
sent to end the war in Gaza, free all the hostages left. Unfortunately, let's take a moment of silence because of the fact that there are 48, technically 48 hostages left, but only 20 that are alive.
Hmm.
So yeah. Um, that was kind of a little blow because like we're thinking 48 hostages are going to be returning back to their homes and to their families. No, 28 of the 48 are actually dead bodies that are going to be returned to their family.
Awful.
So that in itself is just gut-wrenching. It sucks. It just really genuinely sucks because it's like these are people that are innocent. Like, don't let me even get started on the mother and the two little red-headed twin, like not red-headed twin boys, but red-headed twin, or not twins. Why do I keep saying twins? Red-headed children
Hmm.
that were like, I don't even
Mm.
want to get started because it's so depressing. They were, but the three of them were returned and not alive. So 20 are allegedly going to be returned alive, but the thing is, like, at this point, I don't believe Hamas, and I don't believe that they are truly going to be returned 100% until they are fully returned. So we'll see next week because the actual return is supposed to happen this weekend. Um,
Yeah, they
it-
I think it was this morning or yesterday morning, the news outlets had said too, like they don't know if Hamas knows where they all are. And like that being like probably most likely like remains, which is just awful.
like they
Awful.
can't locate them.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. But the thing is, I hope at least like the 20 that are allegedly still alive, think like cross fingers, hopefully that they
Mm-hmm.
actually do get returned. I just hope that the people that are waiting for loved ones to get returned alive aren't the ones that are part of the people that that's just going to be the body that's getting returned.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Yeah.
they were showing so many videos of like the families just jumping up and down with joy. And it just like part of me was like that guttural feeling of being like, part of these families could potentially be the ones where they aren't alive.
Oof. Yeah. Cannot imagine.
God, it's so disgusting. It's just disgusting. Like, we grew up watching these movies in the 90s and like all these things about like hostages and all this stuff. And it's just to see the fact that these people were held hostage for 2 years. Like the 2 year anniversary just happened 3 days ago. Right now it's 10/10. Like it just happened on 10/7. I actually remember sitting at my desk at the old house reading and just witnessing this. And I had friends growing up in high school and in elementary school and, middle school. I have had these friends who are Jewish, and it's just like knowing that they are now how like just shrouded with this devastation and this fear in their hearts. And then it's like what we know now about all the anti-Semitism that happens and over the last 2 years specifically is just disgusting because like back on 10/7/23, you just like didn't know the extreme of people, like how the population would actually react to this. And then like just seeing people being so like anti like Semitic, it's just disgusting. It's really disgusting, like just how the world has shifted so much, not with even just like how the political stance is right now, but just in terms of like since October 7th, 2023, how things have shifted. And then now with the presidential, it's like just like how disgusting some people have become in the world. It's
Mm.
just so sad.
Yeah. I just don't like the bargaining between um like utilizing people, civilians, families as these pawn pieces. I mean, that goes on both sides. So
And they're
I
innocent people. Like they're not like they're literally babies, children being held up in videos with like covered people with like, military weapons on themselves or like freaking guns and machetes and all these things and like little babies being held in their arms as captives.
yeah.
Like just imagining your own children in those positions like made me sick.
Hmm. Yeah. It's bad. And I mean it's all bad. I mean there are kids who are starving, who are being starved because of this too.
And
So
it's
it's
like they're innocent, innocent.
yeah.
Innocent to the 10th degree innocent. Like they do not deserve this. They are not part of this. And it's unfortunately they're like roped into it. And it just sucks. So I'm really hoping that the 20 hostages that are cross fingers going to be all be released this weekend. I really do hope that they all get released. It's literally going to be such a guttural blow to, I'm sure, so many families directly that are just gonna be like, all right, cool, we're waiting on all of our families to arrive. And then they could easily be complete assholes if they want to be and be like, all right, we're only releasing 10, just joking. They could easily do that.
Well, yeah. But the whole world is watching right now, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Awful, awful.
And the only thing is like there's comments and of course being like, oh, who you have to thank? You have to thank Trump. Thank Trump, everybody. Oh my God, he's the one that's doing it all. He's the one that's causing peace in the Middle East. And it's like,
Uh,
okay,
oh,
well, okay, so what is he doing though for everyone in America? Causing peace in America too? No, 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 I don't think so. I don't think
government
that's
is
the case.
still shut down, so I don't know about that. Also, just the blaming of the Dems. And I love people like fighting back on this, like saying like you have the presidency as, you guys, the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court. So no, it's not Dems. It's
The damn Dems.
it's you guys. So, yeah, and I did read too that now federal workers are going to start really feeling this. I was also talking to my grandma who is 95 years old, and I was asking her because she utilizes a lot of like um resources, like funded resources as she's older. And
Yeah.
I asked her like, how is this affecting you? Does it affect you? Also, does like the big beautiful bill affect you? I hate saying that.
The big
The
ugly ass bill. It's not big, beautiful
big
bill.
ugly ass bill. And one of the things did change was on her medicine. They
Cost.
are, yeah, the cost. So it was free before, and I think like now it would be, or like soon it would be $80. But $80 to her is a lot of money.
No.
Yeah.
When before, um, how am I going to wear this to be protective? Um, for future potential legal reasons. Um, when I was on insurance that I was actually able to get, now I'm not because I make too much money according to the government, and I'm like, cool, how, where? Um, where is all the money you're talking about? Uh, in order for me to get certain medication that I don't technically now have to take, thankfully, I'm just thinking of the people who would have to not like actually consistently take certain medication. Um, due to an instance that happened a year and a half ago, which is crazy to think it was only a year and a half ago. Um, I had to get be on certain medication just for the trauma, and thankfully my insurance covered it. But then I know if I were to all of a sudden be told, oh, it's going to be $80, I can't do that.
Yeah,
I have children to care for. I can't afford that. Like that's $80 that's taken out of their groceries.
you'd be incentivized to not take it.
Exactly. And then it's like there's certain things I was thankfully able to do the like where you wean off of it after you take it, even it was only like I think 3 months that I had to take it for. But again, for trauma reasons, but I can't imagine people who have to take medication consistently, and if they t don't take it, they die,
Hmm.
and they're forced to then pay $80 when they had to originally pay zero.
Yeah. You're talking about like elderly people live on, and poor elderly people usually live on, I mean, we're talking like hundreds of dollars a month. So
Yeah.
when you're charging someone $80, it's catastrophic. So I told her to like I know my uncle orders her like things on Amazon and stuff. I was like, please let me know if you ever need support or anything. And she burned herself on accident recently, earlier this summer. That was like another thing, like where you see it kind of the trickle down, right? Like it's not like outright um a law, but like so she burned herself with like some hot towels. The water was too hot. So bad that this was in July, she still feels it. And I asked her, I was like, did you go to the hospital? And she's like, yeah, no. She goes there for like dialysis and like for
Yeah,
like her.
I wouldn't go if I were to be like it's a Neosporin
That
and
was
hope and prayer.
oh my God. So really tough times right now. But yeah, this government shutdown is it's so distasteful, like seeing what they're spending money on versus what they're not spending
Golf
money on.
trips.
Should that, but also like sending the National Guard, like all of this should be
Gold ballroom.
old ballrooms. Yeah. Like all of that should be screaming to every single American that this is not your administration. They are not for you. They are not helping us in any way. And we should all be feeling this. Everyone should feel
They
upset.
don't give two dilly squats about you. And
No,
if you're okay and if you're going to survive, they don't give two shits. So, hate to break it to you, this
yeah.
administration sucks a big bag of D.
Yep, yep, yep. I tend to agree. Yeah.
Big bag of
And
D, you tend to agree.
let's look over here, look at Portland.
Oh,
They're
dear God.
horrible protest. Oh my God, they're rioting in the street, guys. They are wearing frog suits. Okay, nobody is fighting. We're talking about Portland here.
Okay, the fact is, okay, so Brittany, shout out to Brittany who never listens to this. Oh my God. So she even straight up reposted, which he doesn't really do political stuff, but she reposted the Jimmy Kimmel little thing there where he's like, God, the desolate, the diminished, the this, the that of Portland, and then it shows like I'm on the streets of Portland right now to show the dissolution of how things are. People are
Mm.
running to their cars because they can't get a reservation in Portland. And then it shows that in another clip. People, there's a drum circle over here happening. Oh my God. What is in those drums? What
Yeah,
is in those drums? Like people are like,
absolutely insane. It's such a ploy. It is such bullshit. I mean,
I mean, like now in the desolation and craziness of Portland, I'd still move there in a heartbeat. Are you crazy? I love Portland. I love Portland. Oh my God, you're a fucking psychopath. Like he probably hasn't stepped foot in Portland.
awful. Um, do we want to talk about this personal message to Pam?
Oh, well, first, before we jumped into that, I want to actually go into the restaurants in Chicago protest. I meant to put that up sooner because speaking of Portland protests, like,
Mhm.
or not Portland protests, Portland's like just crazy town. Restaurants in Chicago are refusing to feed ice, so their businesses are actually locking their doors as ICE arrives, and tow truck drivers are taking away their vehicles. There is a huge thing over the last 24 hours that it says no Trump, no troops. And basically, protesters took to the streets of Chicago to march against the deployment of National Guard troops to the Democratic-led city.
Good, good. Go for them.
I'm s-
Amazing.
I'm just so happy for them. Because they're literally taking money out of their own pockets. Like obviously they could be like, okay, fuck it, we still need to get like paid. We still need to feed these fucking degenerate
Not
assholes.
from
Like,
them.
nope, no, they're like, no,
I want your
fuck
fucking
you.
money. Yeah.
We don't want your dirty money, you dirty hoe money, you little bitch. You dirty hoe bitch money. Like you're sleazy little hoe on this, like getting money on your nightstand from Trump. Get out of here. We don't want your fucking Trump money. No, they're closing their doors. They don't fucking care. So I love that. And obviously, like a lot of us do too, because everyone's like, that's
Yeah.
right. You get them. You get them. You don't get a sandwich, you motherfucker. Anyway, but no, going into then the Trump posted a personal message that was intended for Pam Bondi directly, but he posted it to Truth app. How do you do that? So you're going to a text message to text a person, but then you put it on your Truth app.
Yeah, you do it when you have two brain cells left. That's what
No,
happened.
homeboy needs to just like be off this not the stand, but like off the podium, whatever he may be, out of the Oval.
Off of his phone.
Take the phone away
They
because
can't.
his response was, "Oh,
He has surrounded himself with people who agree with him on purpose. It's like stark difference of like the strategy that Obama had was like I am comfortable with having the smartest people in the room, smarter than me. I am not afraid of that. I want people to disagree with me. I want to hear all the different sides of it because this is real life shit. Being the president is not what Donald Trump is doing. Being the president is having millions of lives in your hands outside of even the US and being responsible for them and understanding that each decision has a ripple effect. And he wanted to know what was it? What is the risk of not doing something? What's the risk of doing something? What we currently have is not that. It is literally the freaking opposite. And so, yeah, no one's gonna take this freaking ding dong's phone away. No one's gonna call him out on his shit except for the American people.
And apparently that doesn't mean dilly squat around here. Like it, like we can all speak into the void, and I feel like at this point we can just speak nonsense into the void. And there's only like a couple things we can really say that would get attention, which we'll never say on recording. So if you're listening, you know who you are. We're not going to say it on recording, so move along, little doggy. But anyway, so yeah, basically Trump accidentally posted a social media message pressuring Pam Bondi to charge his enemies. And he meant to put that in a personal message, but instead he urged her to prosecute multiple people of the political party. So he posted a message on social media directed at the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. He urged her to prosecute Letitia James, an FBI director who'd been charged with California Democratic senator. Now that's NBC News. The president, a text message about accidentally put on his public profile instead of messaging to her directly. That is the only thing is like he is incompetent. He's not able to actually distinct between what is the public and what is the personal message. He
Yeah.
just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And then a lot of people are being like, this is impeachable offense. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, obviously, if this was like Obama, this be impeachable to all Americans. This is no longer a left versus right problem. This is an authoritarianism being exhibited and executed in the modern world. If you've ever been against government overreach, fascism, corruption, or anything similar, this is your time to act, regardless of if it was right wing or left wing. We all hate government overreach all the same. Do what
Yeah.
you can to protect your right of freedom. It will always be the top 1% versus the community. Protect each other and fight back.
Yeah. Oof. Oof. Okay. Slight pivot into what we choose.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I have a couple. So
Okay.
one, a Tennessee man was arrested. This broke today. He's on a 2 million bond for posting a Facebook meme. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, so after
No,
the
you're like, it's a meme we posted.
murder,
Shit.
might have, I don't know. After the murder of conservative Charlie Kirk, many of the political right sent out to punish anyone making light of the tragedy or even simply being insufficiently upset. So, in his neighborhood, they were like going to hold a vigil. So Larry Bouchard, a 61-year-old former police officer, posted the offending meme last month in response to the Facebook post about an upcoming vigil for Kirk, and he shared the image of President Donald Trump. This is the meme. President Donald Trump in an exact quote saying, "We have to get over it," which Trump said in January 2024 after a shooting at Iowa's Perry High School. This is what this man was arrested for and put on $2 million bail. This is the world we're
A
living in.
$1 million bail.
Two,
And
$2
rapists.
million. dollars.
And so $2 million bail. But rapists, child abusers, all these, they get maybe like a couple thousand, 10,000 here and there. So you're saying because he quoted the actual president,
Hmm.
he has a $2 million bail on his ass.
Yeah. He said, Bashart said, "Why should I care about this shooting when the sitting president said I should get over this shooting?" So they charged this man. Let me see if I can find it. I was reading this on another one on a different site. Uh, so they are, where is it? It is like inciting violence at a school,
How is it inciting violence when it's literally quoting the president?
which is exactly. So if that is inciting violence, wouldn't what Trump said also incite violence? I can't find the
He should have a
exact.
$2 million bail against him.
Yeah. On social media, some have suggested the meme in question was part of the larger pattern indicating Bouchard's posted as a threat. But in his statement to the Tennessean, Weems specifically singled out the Trump meme as the offender, saying, while the other posts were hate memes, they were not against the law and would be recognized as free speech. So I'm hoping that this will get thrown out as like this is really just truly freedom of speech. And that's why we live
Well,
in,
no,
but
freedom of speech.
gone. Yeah.
That doesn't mean dilly squat.
Mhm. So the other one that I had too, we didn't want to like be remiss as this is kind of unfolding.
Yeah, make
Um,
sure to add both of these links to the notes because I
I
have only
will.
one of them.
No worries, I will. And then okay, so also just posted today was 18 people are dead or missing after a massive blast at Tennessee military explosive plant. Um, So 18 people are dead or missing after this massive blast obliterated a building at a Tennessee explosive facility on Friday. Authorities said a mass detonation so significant that it rattled homes miles away. So they are obviously hoping for the best. This is still an ongoing investigation, but we should maybe we'll find out more what happened there. But very concerning because that is not normal, guys.
Okay, that actually reminds me of Diane Goodstein, South Carolina home destroyed in fire on October 4th. A fire destroyed the Estino Island, South Carolina home of Circuit Court Judge Diane Goodstein. Judge Goodstein, who is a government official, was not at
Yeah.
home at the time, but three people were hospitalized in injuries because they were in the home,
Oh,
including her husband, former state senator Arnold Goodstein.
wow.
Basically, she had gone against the administration. She ruled against Trump and began receiving death threats. And magically, her house went up in flames. So do what you will with that information. We're not going to say anything else thus far, but include the link in the bio and description of this little good old ditty. So we'll share that. You can do with that information what you will and come to the conclusion of what you will. But we're not going to say anything else. Just want to throw that out there.
hmm Awesome.
Yeah.
Um, that was all that I had in that section. I did post this other one, but it was just,
So
but we'll
share
share
those
that.
links because
Yeah.
I have your older links. But I do want to share one thing before we moved on to good news we're sipping. So the Drake, I mean, the halftime show heard around the world. When Kendrick looked straight into the camera and said, "Hey Drake, I hear you like him young." Dot dot dot. It's part of his song, obviously. So the Not Like Us song that was performed at the halftime show actually caused Drake to file a federal defamation suit against Universal Music Group. Mind you, that's his own that's his own music group that
Nice.
he's also under.
Okay.
Was actually dismissed by the judge a day ago. So
Hmm.
it was thrown out. Piss
Crazy.
posh. So good to you, Drake. Never really liked your music. Loved you in Degrassi. So I mean, there's that, but Kendrick Lamar, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
I hear you like him young. Yeah, that may not be allegedly because I'm just saying. And speaking of, actually, that goes into what we watched, but I'm not going to skip completely into good news we're skipping. So I'll go into good news we watched, speaking of Drake, and I'll make that make sense in a hot second. But good news we're sipping. Um, the season three Buccaneers was announced. Brr, 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 brr. I'm so excited
That
because
sizzle
Dami
reel.
Dami got me into it, and now she can't get me out of it because I was so excited the moment I saw it. I was like, "Oh my fucking God, I'm so thrilled." Because they waited 3 months after the finale happened for us to get confirmation that they were going to have a season three. And thank God, I hope that it is going to go into the direction that we talked about already previously in an episode, because I feel like the main portion of the episode doesn't really need to be covered that much, but the secondary portion does. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. What do you have to say about that?
The sizzle reel was very spicy. Loved it. Um, yeah,
I
it
can't wait.
invoked emotions for
I
me.
can't wait. And we're gonna watch it together at the same time. So you're not gonna be like talking about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then after the fact, I finally get into it. No, it's gonna be like a freaking White Lotus situation where we're gonna talk about it each and every week.
Spicy, very
Uh,
spicy. I would,
uh,
hmm Yeah,
I know.
that's like my like period piece fantasy is like right in that.
I love it so much.
It's
I know
awful.
that. Okay, so Brittany started watching it and she's like, I hate it. I hate it. But the thing is, like, if you're a period piece lover, you're either a purist where you like
That's
certain
the
ones like Downton Abbey.
one. And
What
I
is the one, the boring ass one? The Gilded Age.
am guilty.
Or you like the fun ones where it's like a little more youthful, like what we're watching, Buccaneers.
I
So
don't talked about this other one. Go ahead, keep
what
talking.
other, what's the other one?
It is a traditional one in that it is a Jane Austen, but it has Dakota Johnson.
Is this a
Um
new one?
it's not that new, I don't think. It's Persuasion. Came out in 2022. I didn't talk about it, but I recently saw it
I have never heard of that in my entire life.
on Netflix. It's actually quite cute. I think you might like it. It's like a nice, like not overly boring, but like yeah. And it's her and she's cute. Like I like her.
Okay, I will give it a chance. Can
End
you
of the
write that down, jot that down on our note so I can remember to watch that,
yeah.
please? And thank you. Another good news we're stepping before I hand it over to you is schools are offering now, instead of just detention smession,
Mhm.
high school has started offering hikes instead. Teachers are seeing results in their children.
I love that.
Students at Morris High School in Bath, Maine, were skipping class, being degenerates, using their cell phones, God forbid, pish bosh. So a high school counselor actually, and she's an avid hiker, she actually looked into it. She's like, you know what? How about this? We offer hikes instead. So Trundee had launched an outdoors club in 2021, leading students on hikes, visits to national parks, outings to ice skate and raft, all these outdoor activities. She thought going outside would help the students clear their minds, kind of get them in touch with nature and just like really in touch with themselves. Well, it worked because students are often more talkative and relaxed and playful and end of hikes. So one student who said he was gone on 3 detention hikes after he was taught using his or caught using his phone and vape at school used to feel a rush to break the rules, but now he's actually helped him relax and given him a different perspective. Another student said that she went on about 5 detention hikes last school year.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, I would rather be like, can I get a detention
Give
hike?
me his attention. Yeah.
She struggled to sit in a classroom. She struggled to sit still. So it seems like she probably obviously had attention issues. And then, but she felt better after each detention hike. And so the junior said, I didn't really have a hobby before, but now hiking is something now that I love and absolutely want to
Hmm.
do regularly. So it's just like I love the shift. It's one of those things. It's like, how can we take this negative and turn it into a positive? It's like you have to shift something. If it's just like in anything, I actually follow this girl named Tinks. I'm sure a lot of people who listen to this, if you have, you've heard of her. She always talks about like, what's the shift? What's the shift? Like, if anything, it's in anything. If you have a bad date, what's the shift? Well, that person's not meant for you.
Yeah.
That person's not your person. That person's not supposed to be in your life. That's the reason why it was a bad date, is because that person doesn't deserve to have that much attention in your life. Oh, what was the shift on this? Because you got in trouble and you were forced to do either detention or a hike, and you chose hike. Well, now it's all of a sudden shift. It shifted you into realizing that you love outdoors, you love nature, you want to disconnect from your phone. You want to have that moment for yourself in nature and just be in touch with your thoughts and your life. So it's like there is a shift in everything. So you do have to, and I know that's like such spiritual hoo-ha, whatever. Like if you are having a stressful week, what is the shift? If you are having a horrible day, what is the shift? What is this teaching you? What is this meaning for you? What is the reason for it? There's always a reason for everything. It could be like, I just need a little bit more rest. I need to go to bed early because I had a shitty day because I had less sleep. That's the shift. The shift is to, what is the shift to recognize what you need more? And that's with anything. So you really need to go into like life and daily shit. Like, what's the shift? Some days it could be like, I'm PMSing to the nth degree and everyone deserves to get socked in the nuts. What's the shift? Well, I'm going to then transfer that energy into painting or watching my shows and writing in my journal instead of stalking someone, and that's my shift. Like that could be a shift. Like anything deserves a shift. But that's it.
Love. Um,
Um, what about you before we head into what we watched?
and one, Mr. Beast, has officially, do you know
What's
the
that little cult leader doing?
yeah, the YouTuber Mr. Beast has officially announced that over 34 million pounds of waste has now been removed from the oceans, rivers, and beaches worldwide through Team Seas. So,
Where is it being sent to though?
yeah, that's a great question.
Not the recycle island that's in the ocean, right?
Today, Conservancy announced it has removed 34 pounds of trash from the ocean, beaches, rivers in partnership with fellow environmental NGO, the Ocean Cleanup, as part of YouTubers Mr. Beast and Mark Roberts' Team Seas campaign. So they launched this in 2021 and it raised 30 million in just 65 days from over 400,000 individual donors to support 3 years
Oh,
of cleanup efforts around the world. More than 40,000 channels across every social platform share Team Seed's content, including several hundred of internet's top creators. Blah, 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 blah. Um,
where
so
does the waste go?
where you want me to find where does it go?
No, I just
Well,
want
they're
to
not
know
going to
because
dump it back in there.
the thing is,
There's still more, guys. There's
you
more.
do know there's a thing called Garbage Island.
It's so sad that even every time, and I don't know if anyone else is like this, but like when I take the trash out every single week and multiple times a week, I take the trash out, I am like, where are you going to end up at in the world?
Where do you go, trash
Uh,
bag?
Where I am sorry for creating trash. Yeah. Scientists estimate that 11 million metric tons of plastic pollution, much of it single-use plastics, of course, enter the ocean every year from that's 11 million metric tons of plastic enter every single year. 11 million,
Hence, Garbage Island.
not just Garbage Island, but like our bodies. They found plastic in our bones.
Oh no, there's plastic in everything. Like we're
In our
set, we're
brain.
fucked. We're
Like
fucked.
it's it's so
Oh, we're so royally
that's more than a
fucked.
garbage truck's worth of plastic. It's more than a garbage truck's worth of plastic every minute. Plastic which never biodegrades in the environment, but rather break up into smaller and smaller pieces called microplastics have been found everywhere from the deepest ocean trench to the shores of remote islands.
Perhaps it's in your hair.
Animals who encounter plastic in the ocean are at risk of entanglement, suffocation, and lethal injuries, among other impacts in growing body of research. Oh, it's shown that humans regularly
Oh,
breathe,
look at this.
breathe,
She's opened a floodgate.
eat plastic particles. Oh, guys,
Y'all just fucking drink out of glass. Stop getting plastic bottles. Stop with the plastic. I even use reusable fucking silicone bags. Like, just stop with the plastic, guys.
it's even though it's like it's everywhere and it
It's
is
everywhere.
almost like
All your medication comes in a plastic bottle.
go to Costco. Everything is wrapped in plastic. It's heartbreaking because I'm like, what can I get that doesn't have plastic? Oh, there are some
Nothing.
things,
Oh,
but
aluminum, but with a
very
plastic top.
few. You're like, get that shit out of here.
No,
Nobody
it's
needs that.
horrible because I actually remember back in the day when we would actually have the option to be able to buy soups in glass or can. And
Mhm.
now it's like, is it going to just be switched over to plastic bottles? Because like microplastics, who cares? Because it's in everything.
I just got like a new container of oh, what is it? Not creatine, it's like a supplement. Let's just say call it that so I don't have to think about what it's called. And it's Vital Proteins, I think is the brand. And they just changed their packaging. So it's like,
Collagen?
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, they just changed their packaging and it's all paper, like 90% less plastic. It's really nice, actually. It's waterproof in the way that it pops off. Like If everyone could just, it's not just us. It's
I
not
would,
just the consumers.
okay,
Consumers need to,
that is where I would spend the extra dollar or two per ounce, dollar or two
yeah,
per like pound. If I could guarantee that it was in a biodegradable package, wasn't made with plastic, or in
mhm,
a glass container, because I try so hard to be as great. Because, like, you
yeah,
already know, like, I'm literally doing it all financially on my own. I don't have any outsource of help at any way possible. I try myself personally to make sure everything's organic.
yeah.
Do you know how expensive that is to make everything is like in a certain container and make sure everything, but I can only do so much where I'm like, okay, their yogurt's not going to be in a container that is not made of not plastic.
Hmm.
Unless I get those like little French glass bottle ones. Like, okay, my children, I love you, but the way that you fucking guzzle down this fucking probiotic yogurt, I'm sorry. And you need to talk with the company if you want this in the glass container.
it's gonna take more it's the consumer who needs to demand cleaner products, and no plastic. Like not only just like clean as in like no plastic, but like none of the bullshit in our products, our makeup, our perfumes, our
Like,
food,
I'm
all of
literally killing myself making sure that I've never used a plastic bottle unless absolutely fucking necessary. But then there's these people that just like give it all to me. Give me all the plastic. Give it into my skin, my body, of what I eat, of what I drink, all the things like
it.
plastic, plastic, plastic. Like
It's
no one
also
cares.
it is also the responsibility and duty of the um companies that are mass producing to also make a switch.
But
Um
they won't care.
they need to because it's their planet too. They're also in the same planet where there is 11 million metric tons of plastic pollution. Like there's also plastic in your brain and in your bones. So you need to care.
And it sucks because this is stuff we did not have to care about when we were a child. And
Yeah.
now we have to care about it because we have children and obviously are fearful for their future.
Anyone, I mean,
Ugh.
we all deserve and want to live long, happy lives. So,
Yeah, and I try my best. Like I said, I literally make sure if I can spend, oh, it's only a dollar more to get organic, I'll do it. And like those dollars add up. But the thing is, like, if it's for my child, I'll do what I have to do. If it's like a dollar more here, a dollar more there, I'll do what I have to do. But the thing is, like, that needs to be the collective mindset of everybody. And I know it's not.
yeah.
I know it's not. And a lot of majority of the things that we are receiving in our fridge, pantry, everything is plastic. And this is where the fight against microplastics will never end because it's just either it's not available or, oh, yeah, okay, fine. Instead of plastic bottles, like I do the filter and stuff, but instead of the plastic bottles, so you want to go to glass bottles and pay $10 more. That's probably not going to do well for a normal household. So I guess we're going to be forced to do plastic bottles. And then the whole thing starts over again the next month when they have to refill.
That and not a, yeah, you're right. And not everyone is lucky enough to be in a city where there is like good drinking water. So then that adds like a whole nother, did you know that like Oakland has amazing drinking water? My mom tested it from the faucet and
You
from my
told me that. I never tried it straight from the faucet, but I'm kind of tempted now.
oh, so she tested them. They're both around the same. Um, San Jose, on the other hand, significantly worse, significantly, like really bad, so much so that she was like, I am now going to have to, she has to like go pick up like water. That's a
No,
city, massive city. How big is San Jose?
tell her to get a Berkey because I have a Berkey. And let me tell you, that sucker, whew, a Berkey is stupendous. I make my ice cubes out of Berkey water.
Yeah, I've heard good things. So San Jose has a population of almost like,
Zillion people.
yeah, it's a
How
lot.
much?
Well, it's like almost a million people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I think I'm sorry that was meant to be like good news that we're sipping, but I also feel like like
Literally, if you're sipping out of a plastic bottle, stop it.
put it out.
Spit it out right now.
Yes.
And speaking of, let's go into what we watched. So I watched a hybrid between spooky scary and nostalgic as hell. So I did spooky scary 30 Days of Night with Josh Hartnett. Ugh, I'm telling you. This is probably one of the best vampire movies ever. I'm going to say that now, ever, because the vampires are scary as hell without being over the top. They don't have prosthetics, they just have, it's just the stark white snow of Alaska with the scary vampires that are like kind of, their faces morph, but not in like such a scary way that like Buffy the Vampire Slayer made like their eyebrows weird and like all this stuff. Like, no, 30 Days of Night is such a good vampire movie. And then I ended up going into like a theme for some reason this last week and watched Daybreakers, which is another vampire movie, but 30 Days of Night is preventing the vampires.
Mhm.
Daybreakers is the vampires are trying to go back to being human. So it's like where the civilization, a majority of it is all vampires now, but like they're living vampire life. And like there are children smoking cigarettes because they're literally like 50-year-olds, but they look like children because they've like lived so many lives kind of thing. Um, and so it's like they're vampires that are so craving being a human. So it's
Mhm.
like such a different story in parallel. But what's weird is Daybreakers very much like a opposite of 30 Days of Night, but both extremely amazing movies. So highly recommend rewatching those little ditties. Um, and then with my kiddos, I did watch Scary Girl. It was on Disney Plus. Apparently, my canceled thing doesn't end for another few days. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll let this ride. So I let my kids watch Scary Girl. And it is such a cute animated movie. It's like PG for good reason because there's some elements in there that you're like, okay, this is a little advanced. I might have to explain this because Forrest is very much in the asking questions phase of his age. So he's like, well, why is she like that? Why is there this? Why is that happening? So if you watch Scary Girl on Disney Plus, you will have some questions to answer because she is half tentacle, aka half octopus, and then other half, she is pirate slash human,
I'm looking
and
at a
then
picture of her. It's
and you
very
have and you have to explain the why because Forrest asked questions. He's like, "Why does she have a tentacle? Why does she have a hand?
She's
What?"
like one of his creatures that someone created, you know?
Yeah, but then they actually go into like how it was created and all this stuff. So that's why it's really rated PG because there is some parental guidance because you're gonna answer some questions.
Mm.
But overall, it was a really cute movie. It's very much like all the actors in it is Sam O'Neill. A lot of the actors in it are Australian based. So halfway through, I was like, why does everyone have an Australian accent? And then I realized I was like, oh, I guess this shit is Australian. Um, so went with that, but my kids chose it, so it is what it is. Just be prepared to answer questions that you might have because there's some like science questions also that might come into play too of like, well, why did she go into the machine and then all of a sudden come out with this hand? Like there's some questions that are going to need to be answered. But really cute movie. Just be prepared. Um nostalgic. I watched 27 Dresses and Bride Wars. Let me tell you, those movies are so good.
Didn't you just watch Bride Wars? What
No.
was that other one with Kate Hudson and the something similar though?
10
Was it
Things I
something
Hate About You?
about something borrowed?
Oh, Something Bad. Yeah, totally
Okay,
different
cool.
movie. And then watch next week. I'm like, I watched Almost Famous with Kate Hudson. No, Bride Wars was so good for some reason. So I looked up, I've been getting into a Tubi, Tubi,
The same
Tubi.
thing. Bride Wars is not. Where's the wait? It is something borrowed. Oh my God, it's both.
They're
Sorry.
both okay. So Bride Wars is they're both brides, Anne Hathaway and Kate Beckinsale, Kate Hudson trying to be brides at the same time. They're best friends, but then they fight because of the venue, yada yada yada. Um, lest we also not forget the fact is I didn't realize that the husband or fiance of um Kate Hudson was also in Something Borrowed.
Oh, funny.
It's weird because I
Uh,
just realized like just now.
so also funny about those two movies, Bride Wars and Something Borrowed. Okay, if guess listeners, also Danielle, guess what percentage Rotten Tomatoes has listed Bride Wars at?
22.
10. Okay.
No, no, it is so good. Bride Wars should be 48.
Oh, okay. And now guess what they have rated Something Borrowed?
25.
15%.
What? Oh my God, I'm gonna wake up my children. Are you kidding me? These movies are so good. These critics didn't know what they had.
I am taking my arm around you and I am comforting you and
I'm so upset because these
so
movies are gems and the critics didn't know what they had.
oh man, that was fun.
Fuck that. The critics suck my dick. Anyway, they're
Oh.
good. You should rewatch them. They're on Tubi right now. And also, the critics suck massive butthole. Just
Good
throwing
Lord.
that out there. And on another front, look up what an awkward moment got in ratings because I thought when I saw it originally, superb. It has I think her name is Imogen Pops or something like that. Potts. She's so cute. She was in
Imogen Poots?
that.
Is that real name?
Close enough. I was very close. I said Potts. She said you boots. Potts
Poots.
boots. Potts boots.
That awkward moment with Zac Efron. And
And
Michael
also,
Jordan.
also, also,
Miles Teller. Was that
thank
here?
you. And then what's the other guy?
Michael B. Jordan.
Thank you.
Okay, what did you think that one got on Rotten Tomatoes?
22%.
That's really great guess. 23%.
Okay, I think it deserves a 40. I hate
Uh,
Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes, seriously, you can suck it. Um, I thought it was good. So it was on Tubi, and it was one of those movies I was like, God, I haven't seen this since it came out in theaters, and I think it came out in theaters in 2011. Yes,
2014.
close enough.
Yep.
Um, I saw it in 2014, and I thought it was really good.
I don't even remember this.
You would need to watch it. It's actually really cute. It's really fucking cute. And all of those three actors. So Miles Teller is so fucking funny. Oh my God, he's so funny in it. He's so funny in it. He used to be like the comedic timing guy. And then all of a sudden he got a hat and Top Gun and he got it oiled up with his muscles. And people are like, oh my God, he's serious. I'm like, no, he's still funny.
Ah,
Anyway, but then I
I'm,
also, what?
I'm cracking up because I'm like, did she have that second glass of wine?
Yeah, I did. You're like the vinegar. The vinegar did you in. No, I literally just poured it and took a first sip.
Oh, like she sounds like she's having a great time, and I'm here for it.
No, it's the vinegar. I
Oh.
also rewatched before I jump into yours. I rewatched Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, then realized
Mhm.
I have never gotten past the fourth episode, so I'm slowly trickling in, but I had to do a complete halt on this Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is based off of the comic book.
Yep.
So it's very dark. It's not like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, blah, yada, yada. Very, very good. I just don't remember getting past the fifth episode, and to my Netflix count, it doesn't show that I ever have. So I'm like trickling through it very closely. But I realized Stranger Things season 5 is coming soon.
Hmm.
So the rewatch time is coming now. Like you need to get on that bandwagon now. I am almost through, over halfway through season 1. I'm gonna watch every season before the premiere of season 5. Why are you shaking your head so
I
violently?
am an anti-rewatcher. I give me the cliff notes and yeah, because I can't I have listen,
They
we have
haven't had an
one
episode
in
since like
Mel Robbins' wonderful quote. We have one beautiful life. I don't have time to rewatch. I gotta watch the new shit.
you do realize season 4 happened in 2022. How are you going to remember what happened in 3 years ago?
Sure. Oh, it's like I'm having the opposite effect with the coffee liqueur. It's like it's putting me to sleep.
No, homegirl, you
I
cannot survive.
I will potentially maybe watch like the last episode or like a like paired with the
You're not going to watch the entire Eddie season of season 4.
no, the only thing I'm willing to rewatch is Gilmore Girls.
I love you for that. I'll give you a pass on that
Yeah.
because yes, preach girl, preach, but also Eddie deserves better, and I hope that Eddie is alive because Eddie is so hot in season 4. The
I
end.
don't know who
That's
Eddie is. Eddie
Are you kidding
in
me?
Stranger Things. Oh, Eddie, yes.
Okay, keep in mind, if you look at him in real life, in real time with like real hair, not that hot. Only Eddie season 4 of Stranger Things is hot. Anything else, I'm like, okay, you're a normal dude.
Eddie Munster.
Let me tell you, the what I would lay on the line for an Eddie Munster in real time versus what his actual like real person life persona is.
I said Eddie Munster because they listed it here, but that's
Well,
not
no, Eddie Munster is
it's
monsters.
from Munsters. Yeah. Joseph Quinn. Okay.
I didn't even pick that up. But no,
Oh, I think he looks way more normal, obviously, in real life.
are you kidding me?
31 years old. That's wild. Also, 1994 is when he was born. Let that sink in.
Ew.
You're welcome. Um,
No, I never want to know this ever in my life. No.
Rocking the cradle.
I
Um,
don't I don't care. We already know what happened last year emotionally for May.
all right.
Anyway,
I'm gonna talk about what I watched pretty quickly.
please.
So, I'm working through the Pit. I still highly recommend it. Very, very good. Danielle had talked about it in the past. Um, and I am caught up on Only Murders in the Building on season 5. Also, love. Oh my God, if you're not watching it, what are you even doing?
Catching
How
up on Stranger Things.
like no, watch Only Murders in the Building. Okay. The two that I want to talk about is one I'll start with is K-pop Demon Hunter. Have you seen it?
Okay, no, no, but Boris has watched it twice and I hear the songs all the time.
Oh, you haven't seen it with him.
No.
It is
I'm
so
working. Every time he wants me to play it, I'm working. So I just hear the da, 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 that part. That's all I hear.
I like "In my soda pop, my little soda pop." Um, okay, so I tried to put it on like with the boys. They weren't really having it the first time, and I was like, wait, this is good. And then
No, Brittany has no kids, and she straight up told me, she's like, "Have you ever seen K-pop Demons? Because I just watched it and it is
it
so good." And I was
is
like,
so good. I
"You
was
don't have kids. Why are you watching this
I don't
cartoon?"
think you need kids to watch it for sure. Like it's definitely like the songs are not like they don't scream kid. They scream like this is on the
Well,
radio, you
it's
know?
called Demon Hunters,
That
so
too.
let's also be real.
Um, And it's really good. Like you need to watch it, even if it's by yourself. I had to finish it on my own because I was like, I will never get to finish this if I'm
My
waiting for
kids
my
won't
boys.
watch it with
Yeah,
me.
I'm just gonna watch it. Lucas was watching a little bit of it with me for the longest, but like that was like 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, mom's watching this on her own. So
No,
when
to
they,
be honest, Forrest is the one that's asked for it only twice. He pointed out once and then like 2 weeks later, he's like, "Oh, let's watch this."
Mhm.
Wyatt will leave the room after like 15 minutes. Like he's like, not my thing."
Not for me,
So I
no.
definitely think it's like a five and up kind of spielio if you are looking for kids situation.
No, yeah, it's watch it on your own. It's good. I recommend it. I thought it was great. Music is great.
Oh no, and if you
Art
also
is
have
great.
Instagram, if you have Instagram and TikTok, you probably have already know the songs, and that's how I know the songs because of Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, guys, there are grown-ups with tons of cartoon art and Japanese art. So this is like, it's totally normal to watch K-pop Demon Hunters on your own.
Goats.
Okay, then the one that I wanted to spend a little bit more time on, not that much, but is the newest season of Love is Blind. Have you started?
Okay, I haven't watched Dilly Scott because I was like, I just can't, I can't, I just can't, I just can't. And the thing is, I get all of the recaps though from Instagram because they get carried over from TikTok. So I know some things, and there's a chicken blender situation,
I
and
haven't.
there's, oh, you don't know about the chicken blender situation?
Yeah, no, but you know what? What I do have to say, I haven't finished it yet. Um, I, I am on maybe episode 6, and I have to say, last season was such a snooze. This season is so cringy. And okay, my niece, um, dated or was talking to, I don't know, what do the kids say now? They don't say dated
Hooked
because
up,
like you're like boyfriend
hooked
girlfriend.
up.
But to me, hooked up sounds like you did it, you know?
No,
So that
and well, the thing is, don't you remember watching Luke and the Beach? They'd be like, I hooked up with them. And I'd be like, you fucked that person? They're like, no, I just made out. And I'm like, so you made out. You didn't hook up, you made out.
yeah, see, their lingo is so different now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dating literally means like you are going on dates to figure out if you like that person. But to them, dating is now you are dating like you're together. That's it.
Yeah.
No, that's just boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, so anyway, so she was
We're in
talking.
the area of boyfriend or girlfriend. We're smelling the same area, I guess. We're boyfriend or
Oh,
girlfriend.
weird. Um, Gen Z, get your lingo right, okay? They were talking, let's just say talking. They were talking, and anyway, so she knows one of the guys on there, and he has like a full blown, um, like sad episode because he gets rejected. But the girl that he gets rejected by, and mind you, the guy, his name's Brendan. And he's like the cutest one on there. And the girl though, oh my God, she was like super homophobic. Like there's a question that she like the guy that I think I'm assuming that she ends up with asks her like what happens if like one of her kids ends up gay, and it's just like her answer is just so like fucked up. And so apparently she's gotten like a lot of slack and online.
What's
And
her reason? What's her answer? If you don't mind.
She was like, I just wouldn't be my first choice. And I would be like, are you sure this is what you want to choose? Do you know what you're signing up for? Yeah.
Signing up for,
Uh-huh.
you are born the way you were born.
Well,
If
yeah.
you are gay, if you're a flaming fucking Kinsey Six gay, if you're fucking gay as fucking the gayest gay tower of all fucking gay towers, you're not fucking born into thinking like, oh, this is exactly what I want to be. This is how I have to be.
Well,
You are
we know
just you
that,
are.
but this season takes place in Colorado, so there's some interesting characters on there. There, you need to watch this season. It
No,
is
it sounds like I'll be angry.
cringy. It is there are
Angry.
watching Nathan For You. Did you ever watch Nathan For You? Only like less offensive. Like Nathan For You
No.
is like a
What
comedic
the fuck
show.
is that?
Oh, it has like 100 or 90% on Rotten Tomatoes is absolutely like
No, I know this sounds like something that Charlie would be like, you need to watch it. It's just so good.
anyone who's like into
Nathan, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Nathan for
Nathan, hold on. Nathan for, no, I'm just real time. Nathan for you. Not even a inkling of what the fuck I know I don't know who this person is. Who is this person? Who is this Nathan for me? I don't know who this guy is.
okay, everyone, she's drunk. I'm gonna cut her off.
No, 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 no. I'm telling you right now, I've never seen this person in my entire life. Who is this person? I don't know this person.
A comedic genius. He literally like pulls out the most awkward real life shit that is just so cringy. And so when I compare this episode to Nathan for You, I mean it in the sense of like that uncomfortable, like that you're sitting in, and then it's like kind of funny. Only Nathan for You is like doing that purposely, where like this season of Love is Blind is like unintentionally like horrific, like a car crash, like in multiple characters.
All
You
right.
should
Well,
watch that
just so
on
you
your
know, I just added it to my watch list because I still have no fucking idea who this person is in my entire life.
Have you ever seen I Think You Should Leave?
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
What? Okay. Go add that one to your watch
No,
list.
I'm just letting you know who this person is a stranger to me. And what you just
Nathan
said is
Fielder.
yeah, and what
He's
you
a
just said
Canadian
is
comedian.
and what you just said as a show that I need to watch, still have no idea what you're talking about. So these are things I do not know. Don't act as if it's just because I drink wine. I literally have no idea who these people are.
I believe that you don't know.
I literally have no idea. This person could walk up next to me and be like, "I love you so much." And I'd be like, "Fucking stranger weirdo, what's going on?" And you'd be like, "No, he's like really cool." And I'd be like, "I don't know who this person is.
Okay, I'm
I
going
don't
back.
know."
I'm going back. Okay. The main thing is that I want more people to watch Love is Blind so that you can
Full
bonus.
circle.
Yeah, to watch it with me because I am so
No.
happy and I want someone to talk about it with. I was
Okay. You want to know what's actually funny is about 2 weeks ago when I started seeing that there was a new Love is Blind, I was like, well, I'm not gonna fucking get into this. There's no way that Damiano's gonna care.
watching it. I'm watching
I kid you not.
every
I
season.
I thought I was like, I'm gonna talk about this shit and Damiano's gonna be glazed over.
I watch every single season. Last season I was a little late. This season I'm a little late, but
That's
not as
why, because
late.
I think I was like in it and you're like, I don't even watch it
I
yet. And then
can't know. Unless it's like on HBO and it's like literally like from
it's
God,
on Netflix.
the best show in the world. That's when I watch it real time. But if we're talking about like reality TV, I cannot watch that shit as it's like
No, the thing is with Love is Blind, it's like 4 episodes a week. You have to watch it real time. That's why I was like, there's no fucking way that Damiana's gonna watch this shit. There's no fucking way. And all of a sudden you're like, guess what I watched? The latest season of Love is Blind. So I need to talk about it. And then
and
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
be like,
even
I don't
done.
know what you're
I'm
talking
not
about.
I'm not even done and I haven't even given any spoilers or anything, but I'm just all I'm saying is I hope that other people watch it. And if you know me, please text me and tell me when you do watch it and you're like astounded by the cringiness because I had to step away. I was like, this was so
No,
cringy.
I will watch if you don't pull this Dami shit where you're like, I'm gonna be every week, I'll be on it, and then all of a sudden be like, oh, I didn't watch this week. Oh, I didn't watch last week either.
I don't know where I am in the episodes, but watch it if you want. I
Okay, well
can't
then,
commit
you know
to,
what?
listen,
How
I
about this?
cannot commit to any more things. Okay, no
You
more
will
dogs,
be the
no
cor
more
no, you
cats,
will be
no
the
more.
course you will be the correspondence. I will be completely out of it. I will be like, I have no idea what's happening.
Oh,
We are done here. And then you'll be like, yeah, actually, the in-depth of her fucking vagina color in like her armpit. Like she literally gets lasers every week and blah blah blah.
oh,
Like,
you just reminded me.
oh God.
Such a good this episode I was talking about. There was this chick. let me just really quickly. Sorry. Okay. I don't even know what her name is. Okay. But like she goes and she tells this dude that she's talking to. She's just so standoffish. There's something weird about her. And I don't even understand the conversations that they've had and why he's like into it. But he's this like Asian man and he's like a little bit
Isn't
timid.
she racist?
Not that I know of yet.
Oh.
But he's like timid in the sense that like his whole life he's grown up in Colorado around a bunch of white dudes and he's like, I've heard some really hurtful stuff like I'm not into Asians or whatever it is. Bullshit stuff. So anyway, so he tells her like the way she asked him like, "Well, what are you? Why don't you just tell me?" And like you could tell he was like
Oh, I saw that
apprehensive.
clip where she's like, "Well, what race are you?"
Well, like clearly it wasn't like it was weird how she did it. I feel like she should have just said like if you're comfortable like tell me. I'd love to know. I'm not going to judge you. So he tells her very apprehensively and then she like in
Did she go, ew?
no, she didn't. In her response eventually got to this place of like, oh, like well my family won't care blah blah blah, but it was like rocky. Anyway, so a few days go by or whatever day probably in the pods and he's they're talking and it's really lighthearted and then she tells him that her ex told her to previously go on a dating show and that like afterwards like they'll get back together and he's like oh like your ex told you to go on a dating show? Like, that's really fucked up. Why didn't you leave him? And she goes, well, there was a lot of other things I could have left him for, but I just, it just took me a long time to leave him. And so he was like, well, are you still talking to him? And does he like, did he tell you to go on this show? And she was like, yeah. And then she's like, but if like something serious happens with us, like I won't even tell, like I don't even have to talk to him anymore. So then he's like, well, eventually, like you could tell he's like very disturbed because he's a
As you
person.
would be.
And he like tells her like, yeah, that's a little concerning. She like in the same date, so I know there's editing, but like in the same date, she like flips it and starts talking like dirty to him and is saying like all these like talking about her like her bush and like it was the weirdest conversation the way that they edited it too, but like even if there was fluff in between
What
there,
did
like
he say in response to the bush?
it was just like, well, the way she said she was like everyone, in the girls' lounge is talking about like how I have a landing strip. And he says because he's Asian, I'm like a baby seal. But he's not talking about like his private parts. He's just saying like his own,
He's not hairy.
no. And she was like, but I could shave it if like, you prefer that. What am I watching? What? This is just a little snippet, okay, of the
Okay,
scene.
no, this should be the one that's like editing floor. Like this should be the personal stuff. Like the normal things, like the my family thinks this, this is how I
Yeah,
was raised, this is what I think personally. Those are things that should be on the show, but like, oh, if you want to shave later, that should be on personal stuff. Like you don't need to put that on the show.
weird. It was really weird. And then
Did they
sure
end up in
enough,
together at
he
this point?
bites. Yeah, he bites and he proposes. I haven't seen their
He
I
proposes?
he ends up proposing like the next time they meet, or at least in the editing wise, like the next time that they meet. So he totally like she caught him. So we'll see what happens when she sees him and vice versa. But
Oh, they
like
haven't even seen each other. Oh my God, I have
I
to like,
haven't I
okay,
haven't seen where they've seen each other yet.
I'm
So
gonna watch the last two episodes before the reveal because
yeah.
I need to at least be caught up at this point because that
Good.
got me
Okay.
hooked.
Yeah. That's a
Woo!
crazy. And the girl that he was talking to before was so cute, but yeah, we'll
What
see.
happened with her?
I'll tell you.
No, tell me now because I'm only gonna watch the last two episodes. Tell me now.
So he traditionally dates white girls. And he
Okay.
meets this girl on the pod who is also Asian. They like figure it out by like the commonalities without saying that they're Asian. And they both date white people. And they're like jiving so well. And they're like, I think I found my person. And he's like truly blown away. And I'm watching it and I'm like, No, yeah. This looks like it was super sweet. Like they just were like the connection of like their heritage, like how they grew up, the feeling of like dating um like other people and not seeing like the beauty of like their own culture, but then like coming to and like being very proud of their culture. But anyways, so they're like jiving and like you could tell like it's gonna go in this place. Her other love connection, she liked him too, and he was like the safer bet. And she just like I think like she freaked out and she left the show.
Oh,
And then he ends up with the girl who talks about her bush.
oh my God. This, I hope that later he's like, wait, I like that first girl.
hmm
Oh,
Yeah. So, anyways, watch the show. You should watch it too, because like we can talk about the Brendan and Annie thing too.
oh my God. This reminds me of something I need to tell you off air. All right, we
Oh,
gotta go so I
all
can
right.
tell you before I forget. But oh my God. Oh my God. Apparently, we need to watch. I didn't even know this. We need to watch Love is Blind. So get on that, at least the next few episodes, because apparently it sounds superb because the last season sucked fucking ass.
I'm
Oh my
laughing
God, it was so
because
bad. It was so bad. That's why I was like, I had no inclination to even like touch this new season, but apparently it's good. Um, Discard the guy who blends up chicken breast and olive oil and drinks it. Don't just don't do that. Anyway, uh
no.
don't do that. But like, subscribe, all the things, and we'll see you next week closer to Halloween. So drop what you're going to be in our comments because we need ideas too. Bye bye.
Bye.